my balls
It's hot.
twisted.
Oh,
Like twisted around.
was-
Grab his dick and twist it.
it's not looking good, bro. I hate it.
Stroking too hard or something. And just,
The best player on their team right now is Frank Ragnow. He's one of the best centers in the league, and that does not bode well for them against Philly, especially.
It's like scary, man. I got a feeling Jared Goff's going to be seeing a lot of big number 99. Jordan Davis sweating on it. Dripping, sweat.
Falling, balling all over him. Speaking of really lame, we got to talk about the Frank Ragnow injury. As much as I wish we weren't talking about a Frank Ragnow injury, but he is dealing with a groin issue. Spinny, break it down for us, man. Heavyweight to heavyweight. What the hell is going on
Yeah,
here?
man, it's. I think he was just.
Pulled that big old dick
Yeah,
muscle.
he was stroking too hard or something and just pulled something in his groin. But Frank Ragnow, he was limited to practice yesterday. Today he did not participate in practice, but he went through walkthroughs. So it's still up in the air whether he's going to play week 1 or not against the Eagles, against Fletcher Cox, against Jordan Davis, which is it's not good. I don't want that to happen. It's scary. I don't want Evan Brown and Tommy Kramer. Tommy Kramer was on goddamn injury list too. So it was going to be Evan Brown and Sternberg trying to block Jordan Davis or Fletcher Cox. Like, that's a scary thought. And just when we thought, oh, this offensive line could be elite if they all stay healthy. This offensive line could be a top 5 unit in the league if they all stay healthy. Well, 2 of them are already injured. 2 of them are already dealing with injuries, and it's not even Friday yet. So it scares me. It really does. We don't know if he's going to play or yet. That hasn't been announced. He was listed as questionable on the injured list. It is a good sign that he went through walkthroughs with the team. Maybe they're just nursing him. Hopefully we see him out there. But, man, if Frank can't play, that doesn't look good. I got a feeling Jared Goff's going to be seeing a lot of big number 99. Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Sweating on him, tackling him, panting, dripping. It's going to be a bad day. Like I said, if you got 2 backups in the middle of that offensive line going against Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox, that is not going to be fun.
Tripping,
Sweat.
falling, balling all over him. The second string offensive line, man. That's no bueno, man. I said as soon as Big V went down, I was like, we still have, Frank in the interior. He's probably one of the better centers in the league. Spoke too soon, man.
Spoke too soon.
I can't believe it, bro. This is crazy. It's hurt me. Like you said, it's supposed to be our strongest unit. I will say, though, we do have a quality backup in Evan Brown.
We do.
One that I think us as Lions fans, and I think even Dan Campbell was pleasantly surprised with his performance last year.
We were.
Heading in, that's a spur of the moment thing to be thrown into. It's center of a NFL game. Like I said, a lot of people don't know. I have a cousin who played college ball as a center, and he's like, we're like the quarterback. People don't know, like, we're the quarterback of that offensive line.
100%.
I'm saying, like, quarterbacks are calling out blitzes, so are we. You know what I'm saying? We have to make sure everyone's on their shit and doing their stuff straight, too. So, like, to come in and do what he did last year, I commend him for it. Not only did he obviously command the offensive line, but he obviously performed well, too. So, there's that, but then you have the Big V thing, too, bro.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, bro. I hate it. He did, go through the walkthroughs, but that means close to nothing.
That means close to nothing. But hopefully, I don't know. Maybe it means that they're just being cautious with him.
Kramer's an hour, too. Bro.
Maybe they're trying to hold him back. Maybe it's like a stay away from his own kind of thing. But, man, it's if we don't have Frank again to start off another season, especially going against that Eagles defensive line,
It's no bueno.
shit might get ugly fast. Sam Flannel, how do you feel about Frank Ragnow possibly missing week 1?
Hey, it's definitely ominous because I think we would all agree the offensive line is the Detroit Lions' best unit by far.
100%.
And then you lose Vaitai for sure for 4 weeks, and you're like, that's not the worst thing in the world, but I think that takes them out of the contention of having potentially the best offensive line. But if Frank Ragnow misses games or misses a significant amount of time, he's their best player. The best player on their team right now is Frank Ragnow. He's one of the best centers in the league, and that does not bode well for them against Philly, especially. I mean, look at Philadelphia's defensive line. You got Fletcher Cox, who's maybe a future Gold Jacket guy, Brandon Graham, Javon Hargrave, who I think is questionable, but even Josh Sweat, and Jordan Davis is the backup. So if one of them doesn't play, Jordan Davis is going to come right in. So not having that offensive line unit altogether, especially Frank Ragnow, I'm not gonna panic too much because he still went through walkthroughs. He's still listed as questionable, but if he doesn't play, I see very little shot that the Lions beat the Eagles, and I don't think the Lions will beat them anyway. But without Ragnow, no chance.
100%. And another thing too, I'd say, although I guess Jared Goff and Evan Brown do have like that little bit of chemistry they had last year when he started a couple games, but like even that center quarterback exchange changed up a little bit too. When it's another, you have a backup center in there. You got to think about that as well. It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just him going through walkthroughs. Probably, I might be gonna slap you. Maybe it is a good thing. Because if he was truly hurt, let's say sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? We're resting you. You're not doing nothing. Just much like they did Jared Goff in that preseason game. So maybe him going through walkthroughs is a positive sign. I will say that. But groin's one of those lingerers, man. You know what I'm saying?
I do think that is a little bit of a positive sign. Like I said, it's maybe they're just saying, all right, we know you're dealing with this, but it's nothing too serious. Just sit out today's practice. We know you don't need it, and just go through walkthroughs. I don't think they'd have him going through walkthroughs with the team if they knew he wasn't going to play already. So it's something they're still monitoring. Obviously, we'll let you know if we get more information on it from, Madeline Miller, our own Detroit Lions beat writer, or anybody else if we get any other sources. But, man.
And I think that's like
scary, man.
It is, bro. That's the thing. I think you truly have to sit out to like have fully healed too. Like I think it's either like a hernia or pulled groin at that point, but it's never like one of those like, all right, I'm good this week. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those like 3 weekers, 4 weekers until you're like
maybe
fully
you just
healed.
had some blue balls, like in best case scenario.
It's 2 days in a row of blue balls though.
Yeah,
that's no bueno.
Maybe he's in the Tom Brady camp where it's just him and his wife aren't doing well. Oh, man. I'm just trying to, because like a groin, like, have you heard of like a small groin injury?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to where it's like
it doesn't exist. It's a 3 to 4 week thing, man.
Yeah.
JB, I gotta go to you because I don't know you that well. Do you have any experience pulling your groin?
Pulling my groin?
Pulling that D muscle?
No, I actually don't. So this injury is iffy. It's up in the air. I know if he doesn't log a full practice by Friday's end, he probably will not play a suit up on Sunday. So the walkthrough, to me, I feel like that's just a refresher course of what you need to do. But yeah, he needs to log that full practice by tomorrow.
I actually had a light groin injury that only kept me out for like 3 days. One time I was doing a drill and it was like
herpes.
Herpes, yeah. They flared up. I was like, oh shit! But then I just rubbed it on people's faces in the trench. But I was, it was doing one of those drills, where it's like the linebacker and the running back, and there's a bunch of holes, and the linebacker's shuffling down, running back's running, and he just picks a hole and goes into it. And I was a little in front of him, and he cut back, so I went to cut back to the back hole. Something happened, dropped to the ground in excruciating pain. Couldn't do anything for like my balls.
Was hot.
Twisted.
Oh.
Like, twisted around.
And it was better in 3 days?
It was, I went to a doctor and she massaged my balls.
Untwisted
and
them?
Untwisted my balls. And, I was fine after, they were sore. But, the first day, bro, I didn't know. I was freaking out. I didn't know. I was like, am I losing it? What's going on? But it was one of the worst pains I've ever had. But she was like, yeah, they basically just, your sack just twisted. And
I pray that's what happened to him.
God, it was one of the scariest moments of my life, though. But it could be something like that. Maybe he just got some ball twists. Maybe he just got
give me old dick twist.
Grab his dick and twist it. Maybe it's.
I don't want to be the absolute bearer of bad news, but the Detroit Lions did make a practice squad move, and they waived the gentleman they just brought on yesterday to sign. I think it was Darren Paulos, the guy that waived off the practice squad to pick up a center named Ross. I'm not even going to attempt that last name. Pierre Basher. He's a former 5th-round pick. He spent some time with Washington and the Eagles and the Jets. Maybe we won't get in the playbook, but also it's not a good sign. Picking up centers on the practice squad and waiving a guy you just signed is. I don't know, man. It is what it is. I guess to turn the page, how much does it? You were already concerned about this being a losing game anyway.
Yeah,
I think it only more solidifies that.
I think it only solidifies it. That's tough that they picked up a center, but maybe looking at it from an optimist perspective, maybe they're moving Evan Brown to guard, so they need a backup center just in case anything happens. But
Long live the Queen.
Does not look good.